I'm James Elam. I'm from Cleveland, Oklahoma. I'm a professional bass angler and I fish on the Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour. My mindset going into Redcrest is go out there and give myself a chance to win that tournament. You know, you don't get many swings at the bat when it comes to a championship level tournament like this. I would say that I'm carrying the energy into Redcrest with momentum. Momentum's a big thing in sports and it's a big thing in bass fishing, and confidence is what that is. Confidence is everything all across the board, and that's what I'm going to carry into the next event. My pre-tournament rituals and routines to help me get into the zone are really simple. You know, I want to make sure I have all my gear and all my equipment dialed in, but I don't want it too dialed in. I don't want things really down to a T where I'm trying to predict every single thing that I'm going to be encountering. I want things to come to me on the water and be ready for them. That's what the way I look at it in regards to fishing. But also leading up to practice and the tournament, I make sure I get good exercise, do all the little things for my body to make sure that I'm ready for the event and I feel good. That way I'm in a good mental state. So how do you balance staying competitive while still having fun on the water? And that's a hard thing to do. You know, if you're doing well, or if I'm doing well in tournaments, I'm always going to have fun, especially when the event's over. I look back and I've had a lot of fun, made some money, and had a great finish. But it's not always that way. You kind of have to make things fun and let go of, you know, the things you can't control sometimes, because those are the things you can that can really bother you. All you can do is control the things you can and work as hard as you can, and more often than not, things will work out in your favor. You know, last year I didn't make Redcrest, so I took it really personally, and how much motivation was that for me going into last year to try to qualify for it this year. And it was literally the focus of my life for a whole year, and that's the focus, that's the most important thing going into the fishing season, is qualifying and setting yourself up for success the next year. And that is the way I looked at it. That's the way I'm looking at it this year. Even though we have Redcrest coming up here pretty soon, I'm trying to qualify for it next year. So that's the most important thing. What KastKing gear has been a game changer for me this season? I would say I've made really good use of the Asage spinning line, the core spinning and the power spin rods, along with the Mega Jaws spinning. So those rods have been very critical for me, whether that be throwing a minnow style bait, a small swim bait, a drop shot, a Nico rig, or just a wacky rig. Those are things that get me by in tournaments and fill in the voids. Also, I've really relied on, you know, the Ribbit Asage and the Mega Jaws 9:1 gear ratio reel quite a bit across the board in all my tournaments this year. You know, for me, going into Redcrest, you know, we're going to Guntersville in April. This should be right during the spawn when the fish are spawning at Guntersville. So I'm going to get things ready that are going to be really good for that time of year, that type of fishing, you know, spawn fishing, grass fishing. You know, that lake's got a lot of grass. It's going to be a shallow water event, and I'm going to get all the things ready that I need for that event. A lot of it's going to be casting, a lot of it's going to be Mega Jaws 9:1 gear ratio reels for me, and a lot of heavier rods that we have. You just don't know about them, do you? Oh, they're not gonna like to answer that question. I'll tell my wife, I have horses down here just like that clown or something, or I would want a genie that would grant me 3 wishes. Genie first to grant me unlimited wishes, and then I would ask for unlimited money and unlimited power. No. No. I've got a lot of horses, dogs, and cats, a lot of animals at home. If I could talk to them, what would I want them to tell me? And I think the number one thing is, you know, with our horses, when they have an injury, I wish they could tell me exactly what it is, so we don't have to go to the vet 15 times to figure it out and do process of elimination. Also, my dog's got a limp right now, so I wish she could tell me what's going on. Yeah, he knows better. I want to thank you guys for supporting me, you know, all the fans of fishing, and I'm very grateful for that and just the love of the sport. Redcrest is coming up. Come check us out. We're going to be at the expo. I'm going to be out there trying to win that tournament with KastKing rods and reels. Come out and see us and all the other pros with KastKing at the expo.